Worked example 2. Okay, so again, we're going to be quite nimble with a few little things. Each grid, remember we did this previously, each little grid represents 1 centimeter squared. So what we have to do for these is we need to see how many total of these little grids squares we actually have. So I have one here that's quite distinct. I'm just going to highlight it just so you can see it a little bit better. So I have one here which is quite distinct. I have another one here which is quite distinct, but I also have 2 halves. So let's add all of those up together. So for my answer here, when I'm writing it up, nice and easy, so I have 1 plus another 1 plus half, and that all together will be in centimeters squared. So let's write that out a little bit better. So my area, which is how I represent this, so I had 2 halves, which then together make 1 whole, and I had 2 other wholes, so I end up with a number of 3 centimeters squared. So this particular shape occupies 3 centimeters squared of its area. Okay, hopping on to the next one. Now we are going into our squares and our rectangles and having a think more about some actual scenarios that you might come across. So remember, with a square, you have sides are all the same. For our way to do this, we start by writing down what our shape is. So for this one, we have it is a square. The next thing that I'm going to do is I am going to add in what the sides actually are. So I've got 3.5 millimeters here and 3.5 millimeters here. And for my area of my square, I do my side multiplied by my side to give me my side squared. Next thing I need to do is to actually substitute in. So this number is going to be substituted into S. So my area then will be 3.5 millimeters, and that's all going to get squared. And once I put that into the calculator, I end up with 12.25 millimeters squared. So just very quickly, reason I did this outside is because it goes with the millimeters, which is what I've shown here, and it also goes with your number. So it'll be this number squared is our answer, and our millimeters is also squared, which is what is shown here. Next one we have is a rectangle. So again, similar to our square above, but a little bit different. So we have our length and our breadth. So we have our length here, and we have our breadth here. And the first thing I've already noticed is that my particular units are not in the same, my particular numbers are not in the same units. I got meters and I've got centimeters, and my answer actually says to do it in square meters. So always keep track of what it's asking you to do in your question. So just a little reminder, let's put it there. So first thing I need to do is to actually convert this number, 90 centimeters, into meters. So let's do that. In order for me to change it from 90 centimeters to meters, what I need to actually do is I need to divide it by 100. So we did some of these conversions previously, so it shouldn't be too bad when you are coming across them now. But again, revisit them a little bit earlier from this chapter if you need. So if I'm dividing 90 by 100, I end up with 0.9 meters. I can now rewrite this one as 0.9 meters. Now I can start to actually answer my question. So my shape, as I said before, is actually, in this case, it is a rectangle. So the really cool thing about a rectangle is for our area, our formula is its length times its breadth. And we said that this one was our length and this one is our breadth. So let's put it in to our formula. So my length is 4 meters, and I'm multiplying it by 0.9 meters. So let's put that in. So 4 multiplied by 0.9 meters, I end up with my answer of 3.6 meters squared. Okay, last one before you head on to the questions. So sometimes you can be given a scenario, and the easiest thing anytime you have writing, go and draw a diagram. Break down the information and draw a diagram. So let's go through the information and see what we can draw. First thing I can see, I've got a rectangular rugby field, so I'm going to draw a rectangle first and foremost. Good enough for now. I might draw that a little bit better. Apologies, gents. There we go. There's my rectangle. Okay, and I'm getting some new grass on it, which is lovely. The field is 110 meters long, so this way is 110 meters long. So again, let's annotate, let's add to our diagram. So 110 meters long, and it is also, let's just put that there, it is also 80 meters wide, 80 meters wide. So again, let's put that here. And again, color code so we can keep track of things. So I've got 80 meters wide, and I want to be finding the area of the grass. So I need to find out what this area is inside. So let's have a look. First of all, I have the same units. Good to go. Let's start by figuring out our shape first. So we have a rectangle to start off with. With our rectangle, we have our formula, which is length multiplied by our breadth. In this one, our length is 110 and our breadth is 80. So substituting that in, 110 multiplied by 80. And overall, that's going to give me in meters squared. So again, you can write it like that, or if you prefer, just to keep track of things, you can also write it like this as 110 meters multiplied by 80 meters. Now we can answer our question. So 110 by 80 gives us 8,800, and we've got our meters squared. So we have finished all those. You can hop onto the questions now, gents, and good luck.